So while I'm on the subject of Dina Wakley and her supplies and her media and playing in her journal and playing with her pouring medium, I thought it'd be a perfect time to talk about her book that I own. So she has another book besides this one called Art Journal Freedom, I believe, which she wrote before this, I think. And then she has this book, and I don't know what others she may have. Those are the ones that I found that she has, and I only own this one. And I also have the Faces magazine, which was a special edition, which has her teaching how to draw faces. So in any case, I have this book. It is part of my book collection, and I thought I would share it with you and just let you take a look and see if you might like it or if you might not.
Hi, I'm Jessica Sanders. Welcome to my channel.
Called Art Journal Courage, and it is all about art journal courage. It addresses all of the things, or maybe not all of the things, but it addresses a lot of the things that are fears to us that we have to overcome when we're art journaling or making art in general. I took this book with me to the class that I took with Dina a little while ago, and she signed it for me, and I've been dutifully making a mess, as she asked me to do in this book. Anyway, it's a beautiful book. The colors, I'll just flip through backward. I didn't flip through backward. The colors and the photos are fantastic. It's got lots of samples and examples and instructions, and just overall it's a really pretty book. I love the colors and I love the way they incorporated the art. First, it talks a little bit about what is art journal courage. What does that mean? And Dina explains that here. Basically, it's about overcoming self-doubt and when you're making art and journaling. And then she talks about tools and materials, and there's nice supplies, nice photos of all of that. And then it dives right in section 2, chapter 2, Courage to Express. Beautiful. And this chapter is about writing in your journal. And I know I asked this very question when I was in class with her. I was like, I don't know what to write in my art journal. And she said, you can write anything, but this book gives you lots of ideas. So it'll have like an idea that you can have the courage to express. On each chapter, it will have an idea about courage and an obstacle to overcome. And then it gives lots of ways to overcome just that issue. So all kinds of ways here, mind mapping, and today in a list, stream of consciousness, using prompts. She talks about your handwriting. A lot of us don't like our handwriting. And she teaches actually even her style of writing for her art. Now this one doesn't have a specific project, but a lot of the chapters have projects. So this one is about the fear of drawing. And she goes into drawing and the fear of it and different ways to do it, and drawing faces maybe are in here, drawing shapes. Look at this beautiful, yep, drawing faces is in here. She covers it all. Painting faces, she shows light and shadow areas. And so she just continues lots of chapters. So the next chapter is about including yourself, like your own image in your art journaling. She shows how to do some different kinds. Now we all do so many selfies now that's one thing, but this is actually putting it in your journal in different ways. And she gives several techniques for doing that, and how to paint over photographs and different things like that, using your silhouette, not just your face. Very good. And then she talks about, in chapter 5, courage to layer, and the different ways to layer, the order to put things in so that they work right in mixed media. And shows how to layer. A nice project for you to try and do, or do something similar. Here's another one. So lots of techniques. All kinds of techniques and things, so lots and lots on layers. Layering is a big deal. Incorporating monoprints. We all want to know what to do with those jelly prints. Here you go. It's right here in her book, how to do it and how to include it. And then courage not to plan. Wow. So I don't struggle with this personally because I often do not have a plan. I just sit down and start playing, and however it works out is how it works out. But I know a lot of people like to plan what they're going to put in there, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if that stops you from working in your journal, then maybe, some of these techniques you might find helpful. Making unplanned art. The courage to step out of the journal. Painting on canvases and different ways to do that. Painting on wood panels. So this book, as you can see, is full of projects. It's full of tips and tricks and techniques and samples of how to do the things that Dina does in her artwork. And the photos are lovely. Now, if you're not into mixed media, if you're not into messy art, if you want something more realistic, this may not be the book for you. But if you love mixed media and impressionism and incorporating lots of texture and design into your paintings, into your art journal, this is a great book. If you're a beginner in mixed media, this is a great book for you because it talks about layering and drawing and all those things that we kind of want to incorporate. So that's my look at Art Journal Courage by Dina Wakley, who is also the author of Art Journal Freedom. You know that I love Dina. I love her work. I was so happy to get to take her class in person not so long ago. And so for me, I would recommend this book for anyone who wants to overcome some of those big obstacles or fears related to journaling with freedom. And I hope you enjoyed this little book review, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.